Let's hear it for your Panthers. Show your school spirit at the next big game with pride. Panther Station has everything you need to cheer on your team in style. Stock up on the latest Panther gear from hoodies to hats. And don't forget your game day snacks, like candy, refreshing drinks, and warm popcorn. We accept cash, credit, and Apple Pay for your convenience. Visit Panther Station, the ultimate one-stop shop for all things Panther spirit. Go Panthers! Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Panther Network podcast. I'm your host, Lizzie Lowe, and I'm joined by Coach Foust. We're here to talk about the Powell High School bowling team as well as our featured guest, Brennan Glover. Let's first get to know a little bit about you. What brought you into the position of the bowling coach, and how has the program developed during your time?
So I became the bowling coach kind of by need. About 4 days before the season started, the bowling coach from last year had to step down, and because I had actually taught two of the players on the team, they came and asked me if I'd be interested in coaching. So Coach Seymour came and said, "Hey, would you like to be the coach of the bowling team this year?" And just knowing what great guys were on the team, wanting to make sure that they were able to keep the team, I said yes. I myself have just been bowling for a little over a year, so I wasn't sure how much I would be able to teach them, but at least they would be able to have a team and be able to keep up the momentum from starting the team last year.
That's great. What's been the most rewarding moment for you as a coach?
Just seeing how much growth from each of the bowlers this year. They all came in with a positive mindset of just getting better throughout the season, and seeing each one of them get better as the practice weeks went and as competition weeks, that was probably the most rewarding. I told them, don't compare yourself to anybody else. Just come in here each week and get better, and that's a success. And they did that, every single one of them on the team.
You got to grow with them as a coach and watch them grow.
I did learn as much from them, especially some of the bowlers that have been bowling for several years. I learned as much from them as, well, I probably learned more from them than they learned from me.
Well, speaking of that, our guest coming up had an amazing season. So how has Brennan impacted the team?
Brennan has been bowling for several years. He brings probably the most experience onto the team. He is, as quiet as he is still a very good leader as far as helping the other people on the team when he sees little things that they can do to improve, and just kind of bringing that example of what hard work can get you. It doesn't show up overnight, so if you are willing to put in the work, you can have the success, and that kind of was shown this year with him being the first player in school history to qualify for the state tournament.
Yeah. All because that great coaching from your first season.
Not because of the coaching, because of all the hard work he put in. So,
what do you see for the future of Panther bowling?
Just continued improvement. We had everybody on the team this year had bowled last year, except for one player. I came into we were getting ready to start practice, and we were still one bowler short of making the team. And I just happened to just ask everybody in my chemistry classes, is there anybody who would be interested in bowling? And Tyreek Witt stepped up and said, I like bowling, I can give it a try. And so this was his first year bowling. Everybody coming back next year has at least 1 year of experience. And so we will be getting hopefully better just because of that extra experience.
Young team, but lots of experience.
We'll have Brennan will be our only senior. The rest of the team will be juniors. And I'm always looking to recruit. Players for next year, any guys or girls that would be interested. Hopefully we have enough girls show interest that we can have a girls team also. So we can have a boys or a co-ed team, but we can also have a girls team. I would love to have enough to have 2 teams next year.
All right, before we let you go, we have a mailbag question from the producer's desk.
Our mailbag question is, what is your highest bowling score?
Oh, my highest. Okay. So I've just been bowling for a little over a year, but I did just have my high score about a week and a half ago, and that was a 240. So my first game bowling over 200, it took me about 60 games once I started to break 200 for the first time, and my high score just last week was a 240.
Man, you might be able to beat me at some point. All right, we'll be back in just a minute, Panther Network, with Brennan. Thank you so much for your time, Coach
Thank you.
Foust.
Are you scared to find out what's causing your check engine light to go off? Are you due for an oil change? If so, we're here for you. Come on down to National Tire and Automotive and we'll fix you right up. Drop on by and we'll help you with all your car maintenance needs. Oil changes, transmission replacement, tire rotations, we'll do it all. If you come on down to 4733 Clinton Highway, you can get your car fixed up right. We're open from 8 to 5 on weekdays, so come on down to National Tire and Automotive today.
Panthers, we're back, and now we're joined by state qualifying bowler Brennan Glover to talk about his experience representing Powell at state. Brennan, you just got back from state where you finished 34th out of 500-plus bowlers trying to qualify in the region. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience at the tournament?
It was a positive experience. It was a really good experience. You can meet bowlers all over the state. That were really cool. So,
Right.
Yes.
So when you got there, how was it set up? What kind of I know it's a tournament, obviously.
Yeah.
So how do you go about playing against someone else, things like that?
It's just more of an individual
Okay.
thing. It will be 3 person per lane, but you're doing the individual. You're your own person. Who cares what does
Right.
before and after?
You have to
It's
stay
just-
in your
yeah,
mindset,
yes.
personal growth, things
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
All right. Our next segment, we're going to do a little Q&A. So our Panthers have gathered a large selection of questions for you,
Okay.
but we've narrowed it down for 4, so you can give us some insight.
Okay.
What is your average score and your personal record?
My average score for the high school was 208.
Wow.
But my highest was 273 for high school.
Wow. And who'd you get that against? What team?
I think it was one of the Marable teams. I think it was Heritage, or Marable.
How was that experience? How great was it to see that score and just be like,
That
wow,
was
I've gotten
that
there?
was crazy.
Lots of
Yeah,
celebration.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And then how much do you practice, and what does a typical practice look like for you?
It's just a normal 3-game practice. That's how leagues and the high school is. It's just game by game.
Okay. So you practice throughout the week at all, or just
yeah.
show up?
I tried to practice in the league day, but ever since Western Avenue got burnt down, it's
Right.
hard to be over there.
Yeah, and that experience affected you personally as well,
yes,
right?
a little bit, yes.
So I heard that you might have lost some of your
Yeah,
gear
I
and
lost some
things.
between the state qualifier and the actual state itself. I just lost everything in the
Wow.
fire, so I just get new stuff.
Was it a bittersweet moment? Man, I lost some of my
Yeah,
things that I
yes.
treasured and loved, but also I have
Have
Some new gear.
newer equipment and
Going
stuff.
into
Yes,
state.
yes.
all right. And then who has been a mentor for you bowling?
Just the coaches, all the coaches over there, and all the professionals that have been playing.
Right.
Yes.
And then dead or alive, who are 3 people you'd want to bowl against?
It's hard. Probably Pete Weber.
Okay.
Parker Bond, and his son Parker Bond. Oh, I think it's Parker.
Okay.
Yes.
Are they the best of the best,
Yeah,
in the
yeah, I
bowling
would think so,
world?
yes.
Okay. So they're like the LeBron of bowling.
Yes. Well, there are lefties too. Well,
Oh.
2 of them are. So.
Okay. Now we know you've become a rising star in bowling, but we want some info on how you got to this point. What are your goals, and what are your goals for the future? So, how long have you been bowling?
I've been bowling since 2017, beginning of 2018.
Wow. So what age were you then?
4th grade, so around 9 or 10.
That's when you started. You're
Yes.
like, yeah, I'm good at this.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And then, what are your future goals? So where do you want to take your bowling
Or
career?
maybe going to college somewhere.
Do you have any dream schools picked out?
Probably Tennessee Wesleyan or Cumberland or Milligan.
Okay. And then, what's your goals for the next season?
Next season, just be a leader for everyone else. and
Right. Solo
just-
senior year.
Yes, senior year.
Yep. You're gonna lead the team.
Yes.
All right. Before we wrap up, what are some tips that you have for someone who wants to take their bowling career to the next level?
Just pick up their spares. It's
Pick up
just pick up
spares.
spares. Pick up spares is plus 11 pins, 12,
Right.
12 pins. Just pick up your spares. I think it'll be.
Okay,
perfectly
I have
fine.
another question.
Yes.
When it's split and I only
Yeah.
have 2 pins left,
Yeah.
how am I supposed to hit both of them?
Just throw it down and just
Pray?
pray. And then just
Okay,
pray. It'll just
okay.
hit on the back wall and just bounce out.
Okay, I'll take that into my next game. All right, that's all we have for today. Thank you guys for hanging out with us, and thank you, Brennan, for joining us. As always, tune into the next video to see more from Panther Network.